welcome back to my channel. So in the following video, I'd like to share both some information that I've learned by having my own pollinator garden out here in Zone 6A over the past year, and also I want to share some information with you all if any of you are interested in joining the North America Butterfly Association. And I want to share some of my favorite pollinator pictures with y'all. Okay guys, love and light. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my butterfly garden, or what's left of it right now in the height of summertime. So I'm in transition from all of the glorious wildflowers that you have seen me present on this channel, and we're just kind of hanging out with just some chicory right now, maybe some brown-eyed Susans that are left over, and we're waiting on the blazing stars to come out probably after the next good rain. In my area anyway, my growing zone, we're going to be looking forward to blazing stars. But in the meantime, pretty much all my pollinators have right now is a couple of sad looking hollyhocks and these beautiful glorious zinnias that you see behind me. Zinnia is one of the first flowers that I ever fell in love with, and they're just so easy to grow. They're so easy to maintain, and they come in a variety of shapes and heights and definitely color. So these just happen to all be the purple variety, but you can see even with them, a lot of the petals grow differently, and so you're still getting a huge variety. And right behind you, what you can't see right now, are some more zinnias that I have that are multicolored. And my sad echinacea right now, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, is if you've ever thought of becoming a pollinator friendly garden, that you want to consider the fact that your adult plants and your adult butterflies are going to look fabulous and beautiful, and they're going to thrive, and they're going to flock to your yard, and they're going to be floating everywhere and fluttering everywhere, but they're looking for somewhere to lay their eggs, and they don't lay eggs until they're sort of stimulated by the plants, the host plants for their caterpillars. So they might come to your yard, but if you don't provide shelter, and if you don't provide a way for them to lay their eggs, something for them to lay their eggs on, which the parents and the babies don't always eat the same thing, they don't live off the same thing. It's just that you'll have to consider your garden may not be as beautiful as you wish it was if you are going to provide for the caterpillars. They have eaten my echinacea down to absolute nubs. We did have some bugs that moved in, some insects that moved in, and we're keeping the caterpillars under control. But now the caterpillars have just taken over. They're all done, but the poor echinacea just looks so sad. But lucky for me, no caterpillars are interested in eating the zinnia. So I really want to recommend zinnia to anybody who's interested in providing for pollinators or even creating your own butterfly garden. Briefly, I'm going to touch on butterfly gardens. I did get registered finally with the North America Butterfly Association, NABA. And you can register your garden if you fit a certain criteria, and I'll provide a link to their website, and so you can see for yourself if you're interested in all of those things that they list, and if you're willing to provide that. And you can join anywhere between, I think it's $15 and $75. I got like a mid-range garden registered, and so it's basically that meadow that I have shown you in previous videos, and it's now registered, and I'll be getting my sign in about 6 weeks, and you get a certificate, and you actually get to name your garden, which is really cool. And then you get to be a little red blip on the National Registry if you're in North America, to be part of something that's really exciting, and it helps our pollinators and it keeps the planet happy, which keeps people happy. I also want to recommend that you think very long and hard about what you are allowed to have in your community. Like, for instance, you all know that I grew musk thistle. Well, that stuff grows to be 10 feet tall, and according to your county, parish, borough, wherever you're at in the US, you may not be allowed to have something that tall. And so you definitely want to check with your area, your local, I'm just going to say county to be all-encompassing, your local county, and see what your regulations are on how tall plants that you can actually have in your garden. So definitely want to check on that. Try to put something in that's going to stay beautiful, that the caterpillars aren't going to eat. So you'll still have something beautiful. Like I use zinnia. I have become a zinniologist because I don't only grow zinnia. Remember I talked about, well, you can't see it here, but I'll go through my favorite blossoms and I'll actually tag those. And then the zinnias stay out here until the beginning of winter. And then, you know, you come outside and you can't really tell who was who or what was what. So I make tags. And I name my own flowers, I name my favorites, and then I keep the tags down low on the plant itself, and I kind of give it a unique name, and then make sure that there's nothing sticky, that the insect's little legs or wings are going to get adhered to, and then you can come out and you can become a zinniologist, and you can start developing your own flowers by the petal shape and the color and the height of the flower, and just start every year. You can kind of expand on that and sort of become a specialist in your own zinnia that you absolutely love, and you can become a zinniologist. So just some things for you to consider. The county, my county, just stopped by. We had gotten a letter about 6 weeks ago saying that they were going to spray for trees this year, and the two wonderful gentlemen stopped by today, and they had about a 30-minute discussion with me because they saw I have a temporary sign that says no spray butterfly hatch, and they wanted to keep an open line of communication with me since they do have to spray any trees. And so I showed them how big of an area, walked it off with them and showed them exactly what I have in mind and exactly what I'm doing to prevent any trees from growing, and so they know where to spray and where not to spray. I just want to ask you to please keep an open line of communication with your county so that you'll know that you're within your regulations, and you'll know what they spray and what they don't spray and how tall things can be in your garden. And also just bear in mind that you don't have to register, but the North American Butterfly Association, they do some really good work. You can even become a volunteer with them if you're a joiner. I'm personally not much of a group joiner, so I prefer to do things on my own, sort of in the background. That's just the way I like to do it. But they are always looking for volunteers to count butterflies and tag butterflies and things like that. So you might want to think about that. Again, I will put a link to their website on this video. And I just ask that you consider if you're going to provide for the adult butterflies and the caterpillars, because that's a whole different ball of wax there. And the caterpillars will do what looks like a lot of damage in your garden, but they got to eat too, or there won't be any adults. And then you want to keep in mind, butterflies are cold-blooded. They need a place to sun themselves. They need moisture, so you might want to put in a little sand pit, a puddle pit, and keep some water on that, you know, daily, so that they can come drink the water from there and sun themselves. Okay guys, this is a long-winded video, so I'm gonna go ahead and close here. Love and light, blessed be.